Some folks sit on Facebook 8, 9, 10 hours a day. They don't have a life. Hey, get a life. Let me tell you something. There's a world outside that computer screen. I marvel, though, at how they're sitting on there and they're pecking away, and every time a little something pops up, and they start running that, and I want to know, what did so-and-so say to so-and-so? What happened over here and what happened here? Every day, they go back to the same ritual and checking into the lives of all these people. Get a life. Get a life. I lived decades before Facebook ever showed up. I lived for decades before the first computer screen ever showed up in somebody's house. I lived for decades without an iPhone. I lived for decades without any of that stuff. And you know what? We lived better then in so many ways than they do today. These kids today are zombies. Amen. You know why? Because if Satan can keep you completely engulfed with yourself, if your world is no bigger than a computer screen, then my friend, when you go to the church house and you walk in that church house, when they get up and sing the old songs like we sing in here, somebody gets up and he preaches, you hear a testimony, that's not going to do anything for you. You got to have yourself a big giant screen, because that's your life. Your world is not reality. Your world is a screen. Now, some of you are mad, and I'm telling you the truth. You don't know what a church house is. You've never been to an old country church where they got a pot-bellied stove sitting right out in the middle of it, and they got a mourner's bench in the front down here, and they got wooden pews in there, and they don't have any air conditioning, and people come in there and they get down on their knees and they start praying to God, and God starts saving people, and there ain't no screens, folks. It's a real world that they're living in. Amen. Amen. If you want to do yourself a favor, turn off your computer and discover this world out here. There's rivers and creeks and lakes and mountains and places to go to and things to do that'll add something immensely to your life. For you can go out there and you could look at this great creation that God made, and look at the stars and the heavens at night, and watch the sun come up in the morning, and watch it go down in the evening, watch that moon as it rises, and you can say to yourself, my, Lord God, you're a big God. If he's a big enough God to make all that, he's a big enough God to save me. Amen. I told you the other day when I went down to South Carolina, and I walk out there and I look at that beach and I look at that huge ocean out there in front of me, and there's no way that one man can take in the immensity of what I'm looking at, but there's nothing but water as far as the eye can see. There's nothing around here like that. But you look at that and you say to yourself, my goodness gracious, if he'd simply spoke that into existence, let there be, he said, my, he could sure save my little old soul. Amen.